We have a new executive order from our incumbent and incompetent President Donald Trump. This order calls for a reduction in the number of childhood vaccines and to split the MMR shot into 3. Muppet Mussolini was quoted as saying, "Decades ago, children received only a small fraction of vaccines required today. In those times, people were much more healthier, and of course, the high rates of autism now observed did not exist." Yes, we have advanced medicine a little bit, both in vaccinations and autism diagnosis. Just because no one in 1100 was diagnosed with heart disease doesn't mean no one had it. And just because your brain finally had a synapse fire and you remembered something from decades ago doesn't mean it was better back then. So if you have a memory from when you were 12 and we only had 48 states, what does that mean for Alaska and Hawaii? American Academy of Pediatrics recommended and still recommends 18 shots, but this drops the official government recommendation down to 11. Luckily, vaccination requirements for school children are set at a state level. Mermaid Man also said that he is splitting the MMR vaccine into 3 because taking it together was, quote, quite lethal. And when asked about evidence on this quite lethal statement, he said, and I quote, "What I've heard is that there are some people that say it is that way." Who? Is it Barnacle Boy looking over your shoulder there? Because unless he was lying, he just said in an interview,
"And I've never questioned the efficacy of the MMR vaccine."
Okay.
Yes, that is what the Secretary of Health and Human Services looks and sounds like. MMR is highly lethal, according to the guy that told us that we should inject ourselves directly with disinfectant to fight COVID.
The disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me.
Or maybe this is all a ruse to suppress the $7 to $8 billion the government spends every year to give us these free immune system upgrades. I mean, he's taken away all our other social services to pay for his war on brown people and his other war on brown people, and is trying to triple the budget for ICE and triple the budget for the Iran war. I guess we're going to pay for those extra costs with our health. Conspiracy or idiocy, either way, I do not recommend taking health advice from these two microwave meat puppets. Dr. Andrew Racine, the president of the AAP and a man who actually went to medical school, calls this executive order dangerous and says, I quote, "Delaying or skipping shots is risky, especially as measles continues to spread and children go back to school." Parents, take a long pause and really think about what's best for your child's health and think about whose advice you really want to consider when it comes to your child's health.